Oh yeah, absolutely. Would love to take a look at it again then on stream. I'll take a look on it yeah, outside of stream as well. But yeah, it's very good so far. Enjoying it a lot. People keep an eye out for it. It's looking very good so far. Yeah, of course. Yeah, my apologies. I wasn't sure by the I loaded up. I saw the not to leak screenshots and stuff, and I was like, uh-oh. Well. So, but yeah, everybody, go wishlist this. Keep an eye out on it. It's looking really cool so far. Enjoying it very much. So, all right. Let's do that then. Let's get back to some Policenauts. All right. Already wishlisted? Yeah, it's looking really cool. Hey, Tanaki. Yep. Love me some indie games. So, that one's looking real cool. Let's see here. Whoops. Do 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 do. Ba, ba, ba. We got this. Boop. There we are. There we go. So back to some Policenauts then. That was the original plan anyway. How's everybody doing? Do, 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 do. PlayStation, challenge everything. Happy the weekend is here. Glad to hear it. It is Friday, in fact, yeah. Yes, give us a summary. Remind us what was going on, please, Knots. Searching for Kenzo Hojo. At Lorraine's request, Jonathan is framed by Tokugawa and Gates for Hojo's murder. Having gone to the moon plant to clear Jonathan's name, an incognito Jonathan and Ed encounter Salvatore. They listen to Salvatore's explanation of the facility. They must be hiding something. There are weekends. I mean, at the moment, they don't mean much to me. What with being an unemployed bum. Nintendo does what your blender don't. Alright. There's Salvador. Well, you can't let him catch us. Let's stay towards the back. Excuse me, can I ask you a question? Yes, you back there. Go ahead, ask anything you want. Oh my god. Tokugawa moon plant is located on the near side of the moon in the Plato crater, which is itself situated on the northern shore of Mare Imbrium, the moon's second largest mare. Is it Mare? Mare Imbrium means Sea of Rains. The Plato crater is approximately 100 kilometers in diameter, with its smooth floor widely known as one of the darkest places on the moon. Holy crap. Let's get to the important points. In the interest of safety, please do not go near any of the restricted areas. The number 7 factory is particularly dangerous due to the contaminated materials stored inside. As the plant contains sensitive business information, the use of cameras, video recorders, or virtual recorders is not permitted anywhere inside the facility. You can indeed avoid direct sunlight here because the plant is located at the bottom of a crater. However, should you find yourself elsewhere during the solar maximum, please be sure to avoid any direct sunlight. There's a real danger of high-level radiation exposure. I don't want to talk about all that stuff right now. I have to ask him all of these things before it'll let me continue. I keep looking at him. Our visor sensors are linked. He'll get suspicious. It's a good thing we do have voice changers here. Let's see. Their kind of storage area number 7 is where it seems like they're keeping their the illegal bullshit. So there are certain areas you can't touch upon for confidentiality reasons. Thank you in advance for your understanding. Let's see. The plant is powered by solar energy as well as helium-3 nuclear fusion. Helium-3 is the most non-existent on Earth, almost non-existent on Earth, but it is found in relatively large quantities here on the moon. We're able to obtain 1 ton of helium-3 from every 100 million tons of lunar regolith. There are numerous minerals found in abundance on the moon, such as ilmenite, for example. We mine and process these, and what we don't use here is exported to Earth and space colonies such as beyond. Nearly all of the materials used to construct the plant have come from lunar resources. The employees we have working here include computer engineers, geologists, astronomers, physicists, biologists, chemists, space medical scientists, doctors, architects, and security officers such as myself. We're all employees of the Tokugawa Group. A total of 7 factories in the moon plant, numbered from 1 through 7. Each factory manufactures a variety of moon-related products round the clock. Moon's radius, oh my god. Yep, sure. Yep, that's fascinating. Yep. Several theories in regard to the origin of the moon. I assumed we meant the plant on here, not the moon itself, but yeah, collision between celestial bodies, sure, yep. That is all very fascinating. Let's see. 70 years since the first Apollo landing, and over 30 years since man returned to the moon and completed the first manned moon base, located in Oceanus, Proclarium, or the Ocean of the Solars. Going by the 5-stage plan for lunar development proposed by German space engineer Dr. Kraft Erich. We have finally arrived at the 4th stage as we attempt to expand manufacturing capabilities and improve the living environment on the moon. Let's see. I don't think any of that's going to be important. Spacesuits you're all wearing are semi-hard extravehicular mobility units, or EMUs, made from materials such as aluminum alloy and stainless metal. That composition allows the suit's internal pressure to be set at 0.7 bar, thus reducing the depressurization time on spaceships and space bases. So are we done? What else do I need to ask about? To the far southeast, you will find Mare Tranquillitatis, or the Sea of Tranquility, where astronauts Armstrong and Aldrin landed near the equator with Apollo 11. The footprints they left behind have been preserved and are now a famous tourist destination. Are we done? No need to be shy, people. No, I'm not allowed to leave yet. Our windows are reinforced with 3 layers of 2-inch thick lead glass to help protect against the high levels of cosmic radiation here. Man, every detail of the real thing went into the model at that Tokugawa building. Break! Glass can't be broken with your bare hands. It isn't like what you see in those old sci-fi movies. At the very least, you would need some sort of tool to break it. Even with this level of protection, shutters are automatically lowered during periods of intense solar flare activity to provide additional reinforcement. Okay. That tank is used for storing substances such as liquid hydrogen and liquid nitrogen. That's the mass driver, a giant catapult driven by a linear motor. To put it simply, it launches payloads toward L2 at speeds of over 2.4 kilometers per second. That object that looks like a track is an acceleration rail that launches linear motor cars, also called buckets. The rail is almost 7 kilometers long. We use the mass driver for the transportation of minerals excavated here. Synchronization of the moon's sidereal motion and revolution periods means that Earth is always visible from here. Being able to see Earth, or home as it's often called, is a comfort for those who work on the moon. Okay? Yep. Alright. Okay. I'm not allowed to leave. Tokugawa shareholders must have a lot of free time if they can afford to come to a place like this. Don't imagine there'll be any cute girls, just a bunch of old dicks, no doubt. So Jonathan's just not interested. Can't believe they're listening to this crap. Alright. So what's this thing out here? Doesn't use any liquid hydrogen or liquid oxygen for fuel, so it's more economical than rocket-based transportation. The materials are caulked by a mass catcher at L2. one day lasts about 1 month. This tends to upset humans' circadian rhythm, or our rhythm of life. This can lead to fatigue as well as bring about various changes in the body. You should try to maintain a regular daily schedule and stick to suggested sleeping hours while on the moon. When I explained about the glass there a moment ago, I said there's no need to worry about cosmic radiation. You can indeed avoid direct sunlight here because the plant is located at the bottom of a crater. However, should you find yourself elsewhere during the solar maximum, please be sure to avoid any direct sunlight. There's a real danger of high-level radiation exposure. You may find them somewhat difficult to move in, but various parts like the arms, legs, and boots are made of materials such as polyester and urethane resin, which I think keeps any real discomfort to a minimum. Also, the soles of your boots and the carpeting inside the plant are both layered with Velcro, making it easier to walk. Can you imagine the noise walking around with that? Like, crink, 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 pulling on that Velcro? Ugh. I assure you they're completely safe. Like the outside walls of space colonies and this plant, they're covered with a layer of optical fibers. Should any dents or cracks form in the suit, those fibers will bend, activating an alarm. It can prevent any accidents resulting from wear in the metal before they occur. Okay. No longer being used for production, even so, I'm unable to show you inside. Size of the factories all contain sensitive business information, so I'm afraid I'm unable to show you inside of any of them. For instance, I'm sure you are aware that the very effective helium-3 purification process in use here is a patent of the Tokugawa. Sure, the staff, we have a little under 60 employees total. We're inspected by the UN twice a year, but apart from that, it's just us here. There are no intervening government organizations. Sure what it wants from me other than to exhaust the dialogue. This might be one of those just exhaust the dialogue things. Okay, sure. The moon, with its low gravity, ultra-low temperature, and high vacuum, sterile environment, allows us to manufacture made-on-the-moon drugs and other products with very high purity. Also been charged with overseeing various life science experiments. Since no organisms naturally exist here, there's no risk of contamination, and its vacuum environment also eliminates the possibility of a biohazard occurring. This is exactly as thrilling as I would imagine going on an actual tour would be. Carry out such non-production related operations under the watchful eye of the United Nations Committee on the Peaceful Uses of Outer Space. Helium-3 nuclear fusion, unlike conventional nuclear fission, is a virtually clean process that doesn't give off any secondary radiation. Okay. It's a considerable distance to the nearest base, so you could say we're pretty isolated. The only way to get here is by LSM from a lunar orbiting space station. Oh my god. Damn, the moon is equal to 27 days and 7 hours on Earth, taking nearly 1 month to complete a full rotation. Radius is 1,738 kilometers, or 1/4 of Earth's. Its average distance from Earth is 385,000 kilometers, and it proceeds around its orbit at a speed of just over 1 kilometer per second. Its gravity is 1/6 of Earth's, and its mass 1/81st. Are also equipped with a urine collection device as well as a supply of drinking water, though the two ain't connected, haha. Instructions can be found on your advisor's HUD. panels are also equipped with a yard. Yeah. We done? Indeed, avoid direct sunlight here because the plant is located at the bottom of the crater. However, okay. Hey, these guys don't let up, do they? I mean, I would love to leave. Another question? No, I don't want to ask any more questions. Solar parabolic mirrors for generating electricity. They provide a good chunk of the energy we use here. The moon takes about 27 days to orbit the Earth, so they operate for the 14 or so days of sunlight here, changing their angles according to the position of the sun. You'll remember I touched upon our use of solar energy when I explained about the energy the plant runs on. No loss of energy due to the atmospheric absorption, so they can collect about 1.5 times more energy than similar mirrors on Earth. We also use solar energy in making the concrete here for construction.
それでは、徳川月面工場について十分ご理解されたことと思います。出発の時間です。次の LSM 便は1ヶ月先となりますので、お乗り遅れのないようにお願いします。またの機会にいい旅を。
So we're like literally stuck here for a month.
LSM が月周回ステーションへ帰っていく。
これでもう帰れないぞ。アルキメデスクレーターまで歩いていくわけにはいかん。覚悟はいいな。
LSM が向こうに着くまで乗客のチェックはない。それまで俺たちは自由に行動できる。
やはり第7工場だ。あそこが怪しい。
さっきもサルバトーレの応対がおかしかったしな。工場の死体は第7工場に送られたことになっていたんだ。
さあ、第7工場を調べに行こう。中央案内所だ。閉めたぞ。誰もいないようだ。
Nonchalantly go to this factory.
エンプスだ。なんでエンプスが月面に？
AP がいるってことだ。あれは月面用に改造されてるようだがな。
ますます怪しいな。民間の企業がエンプスを警備に使用してるなんて。何が閉鎖中の倉庫だ。サルバトーレのやつ。
Obviously, an abandoned warehouse, you would put these giant mechs in front of them. Clearly. These are Moon EMPS. EMPS. They're saying EMPS, I noticed. And EMPS modified for use on the moon. Must be able to pilot it without removing your spacesuit. This is the door's lock system. It's the same as the one at Tokugawa Pharmaceuticals. Well, let's just open the door.
工場の ID カードはゲイツに没収された。
心配するな。俺が BCP からくすねてきた。
Yoink.
ジョナサン、扉が開いたぞ。
Are abbreviations the same in other languages, or do they change? I mean, they usually will keep them, right? Like scuba is scuba, no matter where you go, right? Like they don't change it, you know. Information center. It's inside, Jonathan. All right.
中に入るぞ、いいな。よし、中に入った。表のハッチを閉めるぞ。
So they usually just keep those the same.
正面の扉を開けるぞ。
待て。もう少しで減圧が終わる。 OK だ、オールグリーン。何があるかわからん。ヘルメットはかぶったままで行こう。
賛成だ。顔を見られたくないしな。
扉を開けるぞ。
I'm sure there are examples of languages that use different abbreviations for things, but top of my head, I can't think of any.
エド、ハードスーツに内蔵されているバーチャルレコーダーを回せ。ビヨンドへ帰って BBC へ渡す。
わかった。
エド、一体奴らは何を？
北条の死体を探そう。 VTR に収める。月資源を探査するときに使うものだ。ある程度の立証にはなるはず。
北条の死体はこれか？
脳死状態の死体だ。通常静死体、バイオモードとか心死体、ネオモードとか言われている。
脳の機能は停止しているが、人工呼吸器や生命維持システムで死体を生かしているんだ。
They explained that in a well, they mentioned that in a previous chapter, but didn't explain it until now. They just, like, casually used the word biomort.
ジョナサン！
デイブだ！
Who? Sorry, I don't recognize this person. I'm sorry.
腎臓を摘出した跡がある。保護してあるが、BCCH で見た腎臓を刈り取った跡だ。
刈り取った臓器は人工臓器が代役を果たしているようだ。
この状態でどこまで組織を生かせられるんだ？
普通脳死状態でほっとくと3日から4日後に心停止に至るんだが、昇圧剤、利尿剤などの延命剤の投与で心停止を引き延ばせるらしい。
Sucks to be Dave. I mean, who? These life support machines? Yeah. These machines keep their bodies alive as biomorts. Artificial respirators, hearts, lungs, kidneys. Each body is connected to a life support system matching its specific needs. And it's all controlled by computer. If we cut these off, these people should finally be free. How come you know so much about all this? It's not a hobby or anything. When Catherine got sick, I acquired it all naturally. Hey, Dave's not here, man. Oh, that's right, I forgot. Sorry.
Nokoru wa Hojo. それじゃあ、北条の死体はこっちか。
These people were all young. They must be using the biomorphs for preserving organs. So what would they use Victor's body for? He's past the age limit for donation. No idea. Check out the other bodies. You think Hojo's really here? And presumably, we found his kidneys, or heart, I think it was, right? We found his heart. Look like they're alive in there. Well, that's technically true. Their cells aren't dead after all. Look at them, desecrating the dead like this. Let's check out the other bodies. Think Kojo's really here? Presumably.
これはジョナサン、あったぞ。北条の死体だ。
弾痕が直してある。ちゃんと縫合して。
見ろ、臓器が傷つかないようにわざと狙いを外して打ち込んである。ビクトルの言った通りだ。奴らは北条のバイオモートを使ってお前をはめたんだ。
手際がいいな。死体をトリックに使い、すぐさま回収してバイオモートとしてここに保管している。
ビヨンドを探しても見つからんはずだ。北条はここにずっといたんだ。
立証できるか？
VTR だけではどうかな。今の技術じゃ VTR の細工は簡単だからな。
細工ができるということは、細工を見破る技術も進歩してるってことだ。
ああ、このバーチャルレコーダーは画像だけでなく各種のセンサーデータも同時に収録できるしな。
この映像は彼には見せられん。
Well, we found Hojo's body. Those bastards. Should we take a look at the ones in the back, too? I get the feeling it ain't gonna be any prettier. What are you talking about? That's what we came all the way here for. You're not scared, are you? Let's go check out the back, too. Climb in.
嫌な予感は的中した。なんてこった。幼児の死体まである。
ひどいことを。あのモニターは証券取引所のようだ。分かったぞ。徳川はビヨンドやホームからバイオモートをこの月に集め、全宇宙へ向けての臓器密売を行っていたんだ。
ここにあるバイオモートは商品である臓器や組織を保存する容器ってわけだな。
北条が行方不明になったのも、デイブの死体が消えたのも、バイオモートとして臓器密売に利用するためだったんだ。BCP で正規の死体解剖が行われなかったのは、そういう裏があったんだ。
北条もデイブも商品のストックにされた。もうじきビクトルも送られてくる。
石田の言いかけたもっと恐ろしいことっていうのは
Again, like,
臓器
Victor's
密
super
売の
old.
ことだ。
俺たちは目先のことしか見てなかった。
They're gonna take his brain? Like,
奴らが隠そうと躍起になっていたのはナークの件ではなくこのことだったんだ。
we got ads starting in about a minute. So once they do, we'll take a little break.
誰だ。
しばらくぶりだな、ジョナサン、エド。こんなところで会えるとは思わなかったよ。
その声は。
そうだ、私だよ。
Brains.
ようこそお二人さん、月世界セレノスフェアへ。
サルバトーレ、貴様も徳川の犬とはな。
Was there a
ここ
doubt?
で何をしてる。
見ての通りさ、ホームやビヨンドからバイオモートを買い取り、ここで保存。我々の臓器配分ネットワークとリンク、電話一本で全世界への臓器提供を行っている。商品には専門の処理と加工を施してな。そのための専門医を抱えている。どこの国の政府機関もできないことを我々がしている。
There we go. And there's the ads. So we'll be right back. I'm gonna go stretch my legs, run to the bathroom, refill my drink, all that. So we'll be right back once commercials are done. Alright, welcome back, everybody. Back to some Policenauts.
臓器の密売用か。
ホームのマフィアや組織にナーコを提供する代わりに彼らから健康な死体をもらう。人身売買、誘拐、殺人、バイオモートの入手方法は彼らが決める。
地球で頻発してる幼児誘拐はこのためか。
君らが必死になって追っていたナーコカプセルは単なる彼らへのサービスの一つに過ぎん。
腑に落ちんな。なぜ黒消しの栽培だけをビヨンドでする？ここで栽培すれば安全なはず。
いい質問だ。この月面では、ここでは黒消しは実をつけんのだよ。黒消しのような繊細な種の栽培は無理だ。重力生物学はまだ現象を説明することしかできない。
それでビヨンド内で栽培を。
Let's explain our cool strats. Exactly.
自分が何をしてるか分かってるのか。
分かってるさ。慈善事業だ。誰もができないことを我々がやってる。もちろん金はいただくがね。宇宙開発の陰にはドラッグと臓器が必要だ。人類は宇宙環境に適応できない。漆黒の宇宙空間、あの孤立感。選ばれて訓練されたものでも頭がおかしくなる。ジョナサン、お前もよく理解できるだろう。薬なしのクリーンな宇宙旅行はせいぜいこの月までだ。
だから許されるというのか。
たかが麻薬だ。我々は麻薬がなければ生きてゆけんのだ。
Okay,
そして
sure, but
降
the
り
whole
注ぐ
like
宇宙船、無重
organ
量、
farming thing.
人体や遺伝子にさまざまな影響が出る。薬と同様、宇宙開発には臓器のスペアが必要なの。
Okay, but those organs are kind of in use. Do you see like that? You
見
see
ろ
that's kind of a
この
problem
バイオモート。
for the
人類
people
の
that
スペア
are
分
using those organs.
宇宙開発で傷つき病んだ我々を救ってくれる。ここは6分の1時。バイオモートの保存にもってこいだ。ホームだと床ずれの心配がある。逆に無重量だと臓器の機能が弱る。まさに月は臓器保存に最適の地なんだ。刈り取った商品は加工した後に月資源に混ぜてマスドライバーで送る。
加工？
臓器移植といっても様々なケースがある。我々は必要な臓器を必要な状態に加工してすぐ移植できるようにしている。高齢者や感染症を起こしているバイオモート以外は全てここへ送られる。
Yeah, it didn't say they were gonna wait until death. Yeah, just like
じゃあ、なぜ
yeah,
ビク
the
トル
Monty
のような
Python
高齢
sketch.
者を？
バイオモートの利用方法は移植用臓器や血液の保存のみではない。北条やビクトルのような高齢者のバイオモートは
For producing
希少なホルモンなどの生産や新薬開発用の実験体として使われる。
I guess.
若い女のバイオモートは人工子宮として子供を産むこともできる。
Of course you do.
もう代理母の必要もない。北条は特異的な血液型所有者なので血液の生産用に保存している。
Okay.
全世界に臓器が不足している。毎日のようにニュースではその話題だ。どうだね。宇宙医学のために十分なっているだろう。
It took a weird turn. This game's been weird for a while.
お前も我々の臓器ネットワークの存在を知っていれば女房は助かったのにな。
キャサリン。
宇宙開発とドラッグ、そして将来的なドナーの欠乏、そこにいち早く目をつけたのが徳川だ。奴はこのことを30年前に予測していた。
Hey, Kaneka.
救世主サルバドール気取りだな。サルバトーレ。
今から30年前、ポリスノーツとして ビヨンドへ派遣
The
され
lack
た
of proper
時
looping in the
徳川
soundtrack.
からこの
Drive me
計
up a
画を
wall.
持ちかけられた。徳川、ゲイツ、そして私は徳川の財力とコネクション、さらに BCP を操作してビヨンドに君臨する策略を練った。その長期にわたる計画にはエドとジョナサン、お前らのような金と権力に欲のない道徳論者が邪魔だった。
まさかあの事故。
なんてことだ。
30年前のエンプス、ユーリーの暴走事故。
They fucking shoved Jonathan in the thing on purpose. That's amazing. Hey, Soup, how you doing? Who's Stinky?
徳川の命令で私が細工した。事故後、救助活動を遅らせるようにしたのはゲイツだ。
あれが人為的な事故。
I've got that good boy stank.
しかし貴様が生きていようとは
I've been told
し
so.
ぶといやつだ。すでに我々の計画は成功し、システムは起動している。今となってはお前らがどう叫ぼうとびくともせんが、徳川を怒らせてしまったからな。始末せねばならん。
Soup would not huff my pits.
サルバトーレ。
エド、ジョナサン、悲しい顔をするな。お前たちを見送った後、すぐにでもお前たちの家族や仲間たちに会わしてやる。あの世でな。
しまった。マークやアナも。
お前ら、プラトークレーターの語源を知ってるか？
ギリシャ神話のプルトン。
そう。プルトンとは止めるものの意味だが、ギリシャ・ローマ神話のプルトンは冥界の神。つまりあの世、ビヨンドのな。我々を象徴するにはぴったりの地名だ。そしてお前たちも、このバイオモートのようにここで眠ることになる。この死者と聖者とをつなぐこのプラト
I
ン
think
の地
Salvador's
で
arm
な。
would be getting tired by
そう
now.
エド、ビヨンドへ戻ろう。
そいつに頼ってもダメだ。そこの腰抜けは銃が撃てないんだ。覚悟しろ。
What a jerk. Might have the sensitivity up too high now on this. Oh my god, do you want to like stop doing that for a second there, buddy? Jesus. Okay, Salvador shouldn't have like, you know, the super blood or anything. So how am I? How's he taking so many bullets here? Is the game always a resort to a shooting gallery? I mean, same with Snatcher. Snatcher did this too, basically. Oh, I'm gonna beat him this time, says Jonathan.
覚悟しろ。
with the grid, it's workable if you locked the fuck in. Yeah, it was a little easier then. Okay, here's the problem. Now with it being a little too sensitive, and I can't seem to do it, like, mid-fight here. I can't seem to, like, change it mid-fight. So this might be a bit of a pain in the butt, yeah. Look at this jerk. Look at this jerk. Like, dude, just like, come out and shoot me already. Like, did I get him? Okay, what do you want? Like, why don't we take cover? Jesus. Why don't we take cover? Why do we just stand there shooting?
バイオムート生命維持装置システムに異常事態が発生しました。
死んだ。ジョナサン、長居はできん。エンプスが来る。ここを脱出しよう。
どうやってここを出る？ LSM は来ないぞ。
いい考えがある。
聞きたくない。こういう時のお前の思いつきはろくなことがなかった。
マスドライバーだ。あれに乗ってここを出る。
やっぱりな。むちゃくちゃな考えだ。
それしか変える方法はない。ひとまずここを出て中央案内所まで戻ろう。さあ、ここから脱出しよう。
Alright, maybe the cursor speed is just a little too fast at fastest. Okay, yeah, this looks like I can do a little more actual fine-tuning of movement. Okay. It's... He's dead. The irony is, he'll probably be the next one they put in here. I hope I hit every one of his organs. Literally every organ.
ジョナサン、気をつけろ。エンプスのコックピットが閉じてる。
Yeah, there's definitely dudes in those now.
まずい。
We're like fucked. Yeah, just fight a couple mechs. No, no big deal.
やったぞ、ジョナサン。
ひとまずな。
Let's fight a couple mechs. You know what, actually, why don't we, do that. Why don't we do that real quick?
Yosh.
It did, yeah. This is way more shooting than Snatcher ever was, yeah. Let's see, where were we going? Now what's the plan? Oh, this is made out of paper. Yeah, the moon has 1/6 the gravity of home, so materials don't need to be as strong. Paper suffices. It's a paper table. Worse than Snatcher. I feel like it's not as good. We don't need to break the glass to go outside. We can use the hatch. What hatch? Should be able to see the mass driver from here. This thing, right? Go to mass driver.
ジョナさん、外へ出るぞ。わかった。よし、行くぞ。
Yeah, I do feel like this is kind of the inferior game in every way so far to Snatcher.
俺も元ポリスノーツだ。うまくやれるさ。火星の3分の 1G よりは楽だ。
これがマスドライバー。ここから L2 のマスキャッチャーやバケットコーンへ向けて月資源を乗せたペイロードがマッハ 7.2 で射出されてる。
マッハなんだって。
秒速 2.4 キロに達した瞬間、電磁誘導トルクによって 100G 近いブレーキがかかってペイロードは射出される。
100G だって。それじゃ俺たちは G で潰される。
大丈夫。対峙
As flat as A cups.
奥側の
Thank you,
大切
John.
な臓器やバイオモートを運んでたんだ。安全なはず。
We find problem.
棺桶だ。俺は遠慮する。
眠ってればちゃんと送り届けてくれるさ。
けどよくそんなことが言えるな。いつから楽観主義者になったんだ。俺はエンプス事故以来兵所恐怖症なんだ。
分かってるさ。今日で終わりにすればいい。
This seems like the worst idea. This is such a bad idea. Gillian was horny, but I don't recall him sexually harassing women here and there. Yeah, like, not like this, yeah. It's the mass driver's control tower. We can get in one of the pods from there. This seems like such a bad idea. Jonathan, get in the pod. I can't do this. There has to be some other way. Jonathan, there is no other way out of here. You're just gonna have to deal with it. You go on without me, I'll stay here. Jonathan, there is no other way out of here. You're just gonna have to deal with it. I can't ride in these things anymore. You'll be fine, you were a policenaut. I can't do it, Ed. I just can't do it. Jonathan, there is no other way out of here. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Can't ride in these anymore. Jonathan, there's no other way. Jonathan, just do it. Oh my god. It's most likely where the mass driver is controlled. I don't... At first it was like an Evangelion joke, and now it's for real. Jonathan, get in the fucking pod. That...
見ろ、あの鉛筆。
なんで月面に BCP でしか許可されていないオーダートバタがいるんだ。
徳川は鉛筆の施設部隊を持ってるに違いない。
なんてこった。反動がある。体を押さえてくれ。
ジョナサン、頼むぞ。
That was silly.
Yatta! さすがは貫通だ。
バラテナ、ジョナサン、撃て。
Really? I'm a giant robot.
第2班が来るまでに乗り込もう。さあ、ジョナサン。
Get in the fucking pod, Jonathan.
本当に大丈夫だろうな。
I'm kind of with Jonathan here. I actually think this is the worst idea.
ジョナサン、早く乗れ。
これに人が乗ったことがあるのか？
これから俺たちが乗るのさ。
よくわかった。
Like, Ed has a point here, right? If they use this to send the organs around, it's probably safe for humans. But also, oh my god. Oh, good, keep me close. Like, Ed sort of has a point, but Jonathan also sort of has a point. Like, sure, like, we'll probably be fine. They use this to, They use this to transport organs around, right? So it can't be that unsafe for a human body, right? Like, yeah, you kind of have a point there, Ed. But also Jonathan's point of this is fucking stupid is also pretty valid. Feel like that's kind of valid.
ようやくたどり着いたな。あれから6日は経つ。
みんな無事だろうか。至急カレンに月でのバーチャルレコーダー映像とセンサーデータのリンクを頼もう。
BBC のバーチャル編集機を使えればいいんだが。
見張りはいないようだ。入ろう。
パパ、大変よ。マークが
どうした？
デカ長見て。これが今朝家に。
We've got Mark. Come to AMM.
マークを。
It's written in blood.
なんてこった。
マークはどうなるの？ AMM は30周年記念のイベントでごった返してるわよ。
奴ら、俺たちを AMM へおびき寄せて公的に射殺するつもりだな。
今出て行ったら危険よ。彼らの思うツボだわ。
俺一人で行く。奴ら、マークに何かしてみろ。ただでは済まん。
落ち着けエド。俺たちが揃って出ていけばマークも助からん。
じゃあどうするんだ？
いい手があるわ。
何？
テレビを使うの。
なるほど。テレビ中継車とはな。
AMM にも何台か回していたのを思い出したの。AMM 内の数カ所にカメラをセッティングしてあるわ。これだと外に出なくても監視できるでしょ。 AMM のほとんどの場所はカバーできるはず。
ああ、それにこの無線があればな。エド、聞こえるか？
聞こえるぞ、ジョナサン。
メリル、聞こえるか？奴らを見かけたか？
いえ、まだ見てないわ。でも私服だとわからないわよ。
すぐわかるさ。奴ら顔色がない。
顔色ね。そうだ、カレンさん、気分はどう？大丈夫、平気よ。ちょっとは良くなったわ。
具合悪いのか？
ジョナサンたちが月に行ってる間に一度倒れて入院したのよ。大変だったんだから。
Well, I think you don't.
本当なのか？
いつものことよ。気にしてたら何もできないわ。私のことより今はマークちゃんのことよ。
ああ、そうだな。
ジョナサン、いたか？
エド、少しは落ち着けよ。
分かってる。 マークを見つけたらすぐ教えてくれ。マークは俺の息子だ。
分かってる。
俺は
エド、しっかりしろ。時間はいくらでもある。エド、結論を急ぐな。いいな、冷静にな。
分かった、ジョナサン。
Ed's love of his adopted son is probably his most
エドは月には詳しい
endearing
からな。
quality, I think.
バカ言え。
私はロビーへ行くわ。じゃあジョナサン、それじゃあこのモニターの使い方を説明するわね。
Go on. I'm listening. Yep. Go ahead. Sure thing.
AMM 内には合計8台のカメラがセットされているの。
Uh-huh.
このテレビ中継車には中継モニターが4つしかないから同時に4箇所しか見られない。
それで
1台のモニターが2台のカメラから送られてくる映像を掛け持ちしてるわけ。だからカメラを切り替えるときはモニターの上にあるカメラのボタン番号を押せばいいわ。
Right.
見たいカメラナンバーを押すとそのカメラからの映像がモニターに出るわ。簡単でしょ。左上のモニターはロビーに置いてある1番2番のカメラを、右上のモニターはビヨンドコーナーに置いてある3番4番のカメラを、左下のモニターは月面コーナーに置いてある5番6番のカメラを、右下のモニターは探査コーナーに置いてある7番8番のカメラをそれぞれ映しているわ。
映像の違いは？
それぞれ偶数のカメラはロングの映像を映しているわ。
Okay.
無線はどうやって使う？
エドかメリルさんの映っている画面をクリックすればいいわ。
分かった。
じゃあ始めましょう。
Okay. Alright, let's see here. So there's Meryl. There's Ed. I don't see anyone who's obviously out of place here. I mean, this guy's a little pale. Nothing unusual at the space corner. Wide shot of the space corner, yeah. Let's see, what are you waiting there for? Okay. I mean, I don't see anything weird going on here. Alright, let's see. Nothing to report right now. I haven't noticed anyone suspicious come in. Meryl's patrolling the lobby. Moon corner. I don't see anything unusual. Oh.
ジョナサン、ビヨンドコーナーのモニターが消えたわ。
なんだ？エド、ビヨンドコーナーのモニターが消えた。見てきてくれ。
メリルの方が近い。メリルに行かせてくれ。
Jesus Christ, Meryl's closer. Fine.
メリル、ビヨンドコーナーのモニターがおかしい。調べてみてくれ。
わかったわ。
Meryl's on her way. Okay. Wide shot of the Beyond corner.
メリル、どうした？
ジョナサン、誰かのいたずらよ。カメラにハンカチがかけてあったわ。
ハンカチ？いたずらにしちゃ変だな。
おとりかしら。
メリル、ロビーに戻っておいてくれ。
わかった。一回りしてから帰るわ。
気を抜くなよ。
私が気を抜くのは恋した時だけよ。じゃ。
それじゃ大丈夫だ。
She's doing a sweep of the area. You think we'd see her on the wide cut?
カメラにハンカチがかけてあったそうだ。
ハンカチ？子供のいたずらだろうか。
エド、注意してくれよ。
わかった。
Nothing looks weird there. And I don't see anything that looks weird. Wait a minute. Pardon?
あの男、あのバイクの男だ。
Yeah, I'd say so.
エド、いたぞ。
どこだ？
ビヨンドコーナーだ。メリルと連絡が取れん。エド。
わかった。ビヨンドコーナーへ向かう。
Alright, careful, Ed. Come on, Ed. Come on, Ed. Can't see him with this camera. He's gone. Disappeared from the camera's field of view. Hurry up, Ed. We're gonna lose him. Where is he, Jonathan? Lost him. You don't see him anywhere? No, I can't see him. Should be around there somewhere. Okay, I'll keep looking. Yeah, I don't see him. He wouldn't be... Don't see him there.
メリル、来たぞ。さっきビヨンドコーナーにいた。
見失ったの。
そっちに行ったかもしれん。気をつけてくれ。
わかったわ。
Don't see him there. Don't see him there. I don't think I see him there. Yeah, it's definitely not him, right? Uh-oh. That's Mark.
マークだ。マークがいたぞ。それにこの宇宙服、石田の着ていたものだ。
よかった。マークちゃん、元気そうよ。
エド、マークがいたぞ。ロビンだ。宇宙服の男と一緒だ。
マークは無事か？
無事だ。メリルをやる。罠かもしれん。いいな。そこで待機してろ。
任せたぞ。
メリル、マークを発見。宇宙服の男とロビーにいる。急いでくれ。ロビーだ。
他には？
二人しか見えない。
わかったわ。
Definitely a man in a spacesuit right there. Yeah, spacesuit with Mark. What's happening with Mark? Meryl's on her way to the lobby. Stay in that corner. Assume I have to swap out cameras to get it to actually change, probably. not showing up on the camera. And he's gone. Of course. What's happening with Mark? Well, he appears to be gone. He appears to have disappeared. Where's Mark? I can't see him anywhere. Fire looks fine. See anything? Don't see anything. Don't see anything. Don't see anything. Ed, we've lost Mark. He might have headed your way. I don't see him here. Try looking around with the cameras. I'm looking. It's not showing up anywhere on the monitors. He isn't here, Jonathan. Have any ideas where he is? I'm working on that. I don't see anybody. Oh, there he is.
いたぞ探査コーナーだ
マークも一緒だわ。
エドメリル二人とも聞こえるか
いたか。
どうしたの？
見つけたぞ探査コーナーだ探査コーナーへ急げ
了解。探査コーナーで。すぐ行くわ。
俺も我慢ならん。探査コーナーへ向かう。
Ed, no. No, Ed.
待てエド
マーク。
エド罠だ後ろにレッドウッドが
Didn't we know, like, didn't we suspect that this was the case? That this was what was exactly going to happen? Why did we send Ed in? Shouldn't Ed be, like, on the monitors?
お前の目の前でこいつを殺してやる。
Like, obviously they're after us also, but, like, we're kind of, like, less emotionally invested.
くそ奴らめ
ダメよ、ジョナサン。
Like, we would have stayed in place.
彼
ジョナサン、マークは無事よ。早く救急車呼んで。デカ長が。
Damn, Ed was, like, 2 days from retirement.
いつも来るんだ
ジョナサン、今度はお前だ。
ジョナサン、救急車を呼んで。ジョナサンどうしたの？ジョナサン返事して。ジョナサン
Can't believe Ed died, yeah, right? Who would have guessed? Also, Karen, you chose the worst. I know it's not your fault, Karen, but you chose the worst time. You chose the worst time. Karen, terrible timing. Really bad timing, Karen. Mega Man X3 on PS1 has such last alert CD
エドはどうなん
vibes.
だ
手術はうま
I
くい
don't
っ
know that
た
I've
み
ever
たい
played it.
でも意識が戻らないの。しばらくこの ICU で様子を見ないとね。
パパ。デカ長。
Damn, like the least
できる
shitty
だけのこ
police
とはやってみ
not.
るわ。あとは祈るしかない。
クリスエドが良くなるまでエドが入院してることは内密に頼む担当医やナースにも漏らさないように言ってくれ
分かってるわ。患者の命を守るのが医者の務めよ。
ジョナサン、 パパ、大丈夫よね。
アナ。
ごめんなさい。私がそばにいながら。
いや、アナ。俺がエドをこの事件に巻き込んだ。エドは嫌がってたんだ。
違うわ、ジョナサン。パパ、いつもジョナサンのこと言ってた。ジョナサンが帰ってきてくれたって生き生きしてた。あんなパパ見るの母さんが死んでから初めて。
エドがそんなことを。
私、パパにうんと長く生きてもらいた
I
い。
just want X to say Garcia and nobody can buy my feelings.
パパに苦労ばかりかけてきたもの。パパ、私のこと気にして再婚もせずに。LS のバッグの時だって私無茶な注文してパパを困らせた。
アナ、あれは。
知ってるわ、ジョナサン。でも私嬉しかった。そんなに私のこと気遣ってくれるなんて。私はパパから本物の愛情をもらったもの。
アナちゃん、マークちゃん、パパは心配ないわ。私たちがきっと元気にしてみせるわ。
リリュウ、あなたたちを頼む。カレンの容体を見てくる。
I was thinking, we should have smuggled back an organ
どうですか、
for
カレンは。
やっと
some bone
落ち着いた
marrow
ところです。
for Karen.
カレンさんの親族の方ですか。
いや、知り合いです。
彼女、とても危険な状態です。こんなに無理をして、あれほど安静にしていなければいけないって忠告してたんですが。
そうだったんですか。
私はカレンさんの主治医、コリンズです。これまでカレンさんの治療を担当してきました。あなた、どこかでお会いしましたか？
いや、人違いじゃないですか。
まあ、どうでもいいことですがね。ジョナサン・イングラムさん。大丈夫です。警察には言いません。心配しないでください。あのニュースが本当か嘘かなんて、あなたやカレンさんを見ればわかります。
あなたは俺を信じるんですか？
医者というものは本来、体のことだけではなく、心の中までも診察できなければ
I don't
ね。
know that that's true. I'll have to ask Soup about
先
that.
生。
感謝するのなら、ゴドウィン理事長にしなさい。我々は彼女に従っているだけです。それよりも、彼女の容体が心配です。
Karen, her skin doesn't look good. It's so pale. Her anemia is quite severe. She has bruises, too. Those are caused by her platelet count being so low. I'm gonna not touch her, thank you. She must be in a lot of pain. Karen, if you want to talk about her condition, I'll give you some straight answers. Guess it's all up to the doctor. Do you mind if we talk? Sure. Implore. Please, please save Karen. We'll do everything in our power. However, you should still prepare yourself for the worst. We know this, but okay. Karen has aplastic anemia. Basically, there's an abnormality in her bone marrows, hematopoietic stem cells, the cells that create new blood cells, and they aren't able to produce blood correctly anymore. In her case, the cause is exposure to cosmic rays. Instead of getting cool superpowers, she got a bone marrow issue. We almost thought she wouldn't make it for a while there. She's suffering from appendicitis, as well as several other infections because her immune system is virtually non-functioning. Her hemorrhaging hasn't stopped, and she's very anemic. That's why her face is so pale. We finished working on her appendicitis with a blood platelet transfusion and high doses of antibiotics, but she won't survive like this much longer. Karen was saying a transplant is the only way to treat her, is that right? In her case, the only remaining option is a bone marrow transplant. And if we don't do it soon, it'll be too late. We give the patient radiation therapy before the actual transplant. If the patient isn't sufficiently strong enough for that, the prognosis generally isn't good. Karen was telling me about it. It's a complex procedure, isn't it? You could think of it as similar to a blood transfusion. We take bone marrow stem cells from a donor and transplant them into the patient's carotid artery. The carotid, yeah, that's it. That's the word. The operation takes about an hour. That's the easy part, relatively speaking. Before the transplant, we kill off all the recipient's bone marrow stem cells and white blood cells. We give them large doses of chemotherapeutic drugs and expose their entire body to 7.5 gray of radiation. It's not as dangerous as it sounds, generally speaking anyway. The problem is finding a donor with a matching HLA type. I keep hearing about HLA type. What exactly is that? As transplant science advanced, it was discovered that the primary cause of rejections had to do with the lymphocytes, a type of white blood cell. Specifically, one human's leukocyte antigen, or HLA type. In other words, if the HLA types match, the chances of the transplant being successful go up. So if the types don't match, you can't perform the transplant? Yes, that's correct. Is there no other way? Unfortunately, no. The only thing that can save Karen is a bone marrow transplant. Normally, it is possible to use a physiologically active substance such as interleukin-3, to increase a patient's stem cell count temporarily. But this wouldn't have any effect in Karen's case. That method is used in peripheral blood stem cell transplantation. It was developed in order to lessen the burden on the donor. So a transplant is the only option. Yes, only a bone marrow transplant will save her. For like the bajillionth time. Yes, that is the only thing that will work. So there's no other way? No. Alright. What are the chances of finding an HLA match? HLA types are genetically inherited, so the odds of finding a match between non-blood relatives are extremely low. The rate of interracial and interethnic matches is almost zero. Children inherit their HLA type as a combination of their parents' HLA types. The highest rate of success is between siblings, where there is a 1 in 4 chance they'll share the same HLA type. And just to be on the safe side, there also needs to be a match between minor histocompatibility antigens. If both of these match, the success rate of bone marrow transplants is about 70%.
それじゃあ、その HLA 型が適合するドナーは見つかったんですか？
これまでビヨンドの骨髄バンクを探しましたが、登録されている人の中にはありませんでした。しかしこれは違法なんですが、ビヨンドのデータをハックしたところ、カレンさんの HLA 型に適応するドナーが1人いました。ゲイツ・ベッカーという人物です。
ゲイツなんて皮肉だ。
知り合いですか？その人物に問い合わせをしたんですが、我々の要請に答えてくれないんです。
ゲイツ、
なんとかここへ連れてきてもらえませんか？
彼以外には？
患者には兄弟がいないですから。
クリスもそう言ってた。
ですがごく稀に。
何か？
両親のHLA 型の一対が偶然同一のタイプである場合、ごく稀ですが、親子でも一致の可能性はあります。
彼の両親はすで
に死亡している。
はい、残念ながら。それに本当のところ、
何です？
彼女の戸籍や遺伝データは我々には閲覧できないようになってるんです。
徳川社員の家族だから？
ええ。たとえ医師であっても徳川の許可がないとね。
We're able to get Mr. Becker's bone marrow. We should be able to save her. We've contacted Mr. Becker, but he doesn't seem to want to help. The decision to participate in a transplant is voluntary. I mean, it'd be a little weird if it wasn't voluntary, right? Like, just go up and just say, like, we're taking your bone marrow. bone marrow transplants first began in the 1970s, almost 70 years ago now. The transplant itself is fairly straightforward. The possibility of the immune system rejecting the new cells afterwards is the problem. We need a donor whose HLA type matches Karen's. Dr. Goldwyn was telling me about that. Alright. Can I... Nope, I can't leave yet. This equipment displays various data on Karen. Feel free to ask me any questions you may have about her condition. I asked many questions. This must be the real Dr. Collins. It doesn't seem like a hitman sent by Tokugawa or anything. That's good. Are they gonna make me do this? Sorry, but you cannot touch her. Please, just let her rest. Thank Christ. What else? Alright. Tell me more. In her case, the cause is exposure to cosmic rays. She's in critical condition. We need to start a transplant as soon as possible. The only thing medical science can do for her is a bone marrow transplant. It's fairly straightforward. Yep. And no other way? No.
そうです。
Okay, there we go.
念のためにあなたの HLA 型も調べさせて
Yeah,
く
I
だ
mean,
さ
just for
い。
shits and giggles, right?
ああ、気休めだが。
すぐ終わります。この血液を用意してある個体を使って HLA の番号を調べるだけです。HLA 型の検査は約5時間ほどで終わります。実際に骨髄を抜くときは少し辛い思いをしますがね。そんなに心配しなくてもいいですよ。今は採取した骨髄細胞を人工培養して5、6倍に増やすことができるようになりましたから、献血程度で済みます。
ジョナサン。
お、どうしたメリル?
Pet peeve saying 5 to 6 times less.
ジョナサン。
When it should be a
マーク
fifth
が
or sixth
星の絵を描いてく
as
れたの。
much.
どうしてもジョナサンに見せたいって聞かないのよ。それにこの子病室にいたがらないの。
マーク、お前。
これがそうよ。この左側のバイクスーツの男
You just drew a boner.
レッドウッドだわ。
右側が宇宙服の男か。ん？これは？この花の絵は何だろう？
This is flower.
それが私も気になって、あの時現場には花なんてなかったもの。
花か。何の花だろう？
もしかしてそれマークが好きなラベンダーの花かもしれないわ。
ラベンダーの花？あの時そんな花咲いてたっけ？
But Dr. Chris smells like lavender.
ジョナさん、一つ言っておきたいことがあるの。デカ長があの時どうして撃てなかったか。
どういうことだ
Also, we get ads starting again in a few minutes, so once
デ
they
カ長は
do.
5年前、マークの父親を彼の目前で射殺したのは知ってるわね。そのために銃が抜けなくなったのも。
We know, yep.
ナーク中毒者だった元 AP のフローズナーだろ？
そうよ。そのナーク中毒者の名前はリドリー・レッドウッド。
Well.
レッドウッド？
現 AP のトニー・レッドウッドの双子の兄。人工授精した時期は同じだけど、受精卵を孵化した時期にズレがあるから年齢が違うの。
つまりあのレッドウッドがマークの叔父になる。マークにしてみれば本当の父親と見分けはつかない。
デカ長はマークの目前で引き金を引けなかった。5年前の事件とオーバーラップして。
この子の前で撃たれることがパパのマークへの謝罪だったのかもしれない。
エドはあの時なんて言ってた？撃たれた時。
確かあいつもグルだ、騙されるなって。どういう意味かしら。
マークの絵の意味が分かったぞ。
The lavender.
ねえジョナサン、分かったのね。誰なのこの宇宙服の男は。ジョナサン。
Oh, and there's ads. So we'll take a little break and we'll be back in just a moment. But I think we know it's Chris, right? But we'll figure that out in a moment, won't we? So I'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. On a scale of 1 to 10, how mentally unwell do you come off? Is 1 low and 10 high, or...
さあ、ガソルでその人物を指してみて。さあ。
Alright, well, it's Chris, right? Because Chris smells like lavender, he drew the lavender flower. And Chris has been kind of, you know, connected, we know, to Tokugawa for some time. I knew it all along.
そうだわ。彼女、いつもラベンダーの香水つけてたもの。
Always. She always wears that lavender perfume.
まさか、あのクリスさんは。
Quite the point of that.
でもこの頃にで香水つけてる人なんて他にいないわ。
しまった。どうして気がつかなかったんだ。
マークは知ってたのね。それで。まずいわ。彼女、デカ長の病室よ。
アナ、マーク、危ないからここにいろ。俺はエドの病室へ行く。
Who's that guy in the orange vest? I don't recognize him.
クリス、よせ。エドを殺すつもりか。
いや、来ないでジョナサン。
クリス、どうして。
来ないで。それ以上近づかないで。飛び降りるわよ。
どうしてなんだ。
私こうするしか 仕方なかったのよ。
I
誰に頼
really,
まれた？
really kind of don't believe you.
徳川よ、エドをバイオモートに。ごめんなさい。
それじゃあ石田に代わって AMM におびき寄せたあの電話もクリス、あんただな。
あなたみたいなよそ者にはわからないわ。
No, Chris
ビヨンドで
isn't
生きていくには、
herself Tokugawa. I
宇宙
just
で生
think
きていくには、
she has no choice but to be subservient to Tokugawa because Tokugawa owns
こ
everything.
こでは誰も徳川に逆らえないわ。
That's my guess. Yeah, see.
両親に先立たれ、残ったのは多額の負債とこの病院だけ。こんな大病院なんとかやっていくには、徳川に取り入ってこびるしかなかった。
She's been in with Tokugawa from the
私
beginning.
は
We got into like Tokugawa's
人と
party
して生き
there.
ることを捨て
Like
た
she
の。
was hanging out with Tokugawa in
女の幸せも。
Salvador there.
クリス、
それに私の息子のためにも。
息子だって。
あなたも見たでしょ、理事長室の写真。
あの子供の写真か。
モデル生命が危うくなったあの頃、私はもう一度マスコミの注目を浴びようと必死
We
になっ
called
てい
this
た。
way back that she was a surrogate.
お金と
She
政
was
府
a
の援
surrogate
助が欲し
mother.
かったから。それで当時ビヨンドでも問題になっていたフローズナーの代理母に。
フローズナー。
We called that one way back.
まさかそれがレッドウッド。
I mean, maybe one of the redwoods, right? Who knows?
そうよ、
How many are there?
彼は私が産んだ。でもあの出産時の感染事故で私は二度と子供を産めない体に。あの子が最
Thus
初で最
losing
後の子
her
供。
value as a
し
woman.
かし奴は政府所有のフローズナー。
ええ、
Oh,
トニーは
God.
政府に取り上げられたわ。何度も裁判した
I
け
can't
ど
even finish that joke.
あの子は取り戻せなかった。私に母親の権利は認められないって。徳川のそばにいればトニーのそばにいれる。私息子のそばにいたかった。
そのために人も殺すのか。
もう止められないのよ、私落ちるとこまで。
クリス、まだやり直せる。徳川やゲイツの悪行を、このビヨンドにはびこる悪を法廷で証言してくれ。今のままじゃあんたもバイオモードと変わらない。受け入れるだけじゃなく自分から行動するんだ。生きるってのはそういうことだろ。
Otherwise, you're just a biomort yourself. Holy shit. That line is strong, at least.
できないわ、私には。
人の命を救うのが医者だって言ったじゃないか。ビヨンドの病気を、人類の病気を治してくれ、クリス。奴らに関して知ってることを全部証言してくれ。お願いだ。
私にそんなことできる？ビヨンドの病気を治すなんて。
あんたならできる。
Yeah, of course.
私
Kojima has always been weird about women.
クリス。
分かったわ。ジョナサン、すべて話すわ。何もかも。
Well,
ジョナサン、これで証言台に立つ人間はいなくなったな。
レッドウッド。
ジョナサン、
yeah, of course she does.
そろそろ決着をつけようぜ。俺たちは徳川ビルで待ってる。お前が勝てば本部長の小髄も手に入るぞ。
You want the
死ぬ
Chief's
のは
marrow?
貴様
Come and
の
get
方
it.
だ
Oh
が
my
な。
god.
エドと一緒に臓器となって人様の役に立て。待ってるぞ、ジョナサン。
Oh my god, this is the dumbest.
許さんぞ、レッドウッド。
Richard! Michael! God. My god, this is... Every time I think, oh, you know what? That was kind of a good line that went really hard. And then, if you want the Chief's bone marrow, come and get it. The game almost went really hard there for a second. Like, it almost was, it had a message for a moment there. For a second. It was like, if you don't stand up to, like, this mega corporation, then you are no more than, like, you know, just parts to be used by them. It was really hard for a second there. I was like, yeah, that was actually kind of like a good line, right? You're nothing more than another biomord if you don't stand up to them, Chris. And then mowed down, and if you want the Chief's bone marrow, come fucking get it. Jesus Christ. That was... If there's ever anything that encapsulated the entirety of this game in 30 seconds, it was that. It was almost having, like, a poignant moment, and then just veering off into the most ridiculous shit. Okay, I guess we're going to go save, you know, our dead ex-wife's daughter by killing the police chief and stealing his bone marrow? I guess. I guess that's what we're gonna do now. I know there are only 7 acts in this game, so this is the last act. I wonder how long it is. Oh my god.
デカ長は
まだ意識が戻らない。
ジョナサン、AP やエンプスが徳川ビルに集結してるらしいわ。
そうだ。俺を待ってる。
味方は一人もいないわ。ここではゲイツや徳川に逆らえない。BCP の仲間に呼びかけたんだけど。
仕方ない。
みんな知らんふりしてるわ。相手が悪いって。ジョナサン、ビヨンドを出るしかないわ。
You know, that sounds like the good idea.
無理だ。カレンやエドは動かせん。
Like, no, we bring Karen and Ed.
黙って殺されるつもり？誰も助けてくれないわ。
The doctor seems sympathetic.
これまで俺は人生を逃げてきた。ロレインのことも。
何言ってるの？
やり
Jonathan
残
is
した
correct
ことがあ
about
る。
this.
ロレインとの約束。
ジョナサン、勝ち目はないわ。
奴らを許せん。同じポリスノーツとして。
バカよ。ポリスノーツなんてもう過去の遺物じゃない。
ポリスノーツは俺の人生にとっては誇りなんだ。それにカレンを救うにはゲイツの骨髄が必要なんだ。
それが罠よ。ジョナサン、落ち着いて。
This whole, like, Gates having, like, the matching bone marrow type is so fucking stupid and contrived.
そう。わかったわ。私も手伝うわ、ジョナサン。病院での留守番は苦手なの。
You know, me too, Meryl.
メリル、預かってほしいものがある。
嫌よ、形見なんて。
タバコだ。
タバコ？
これまでの自分を君に預けておく。
わかったわ。
ありがとう。
He's pouring his emotions into every shell. Now do it with all the other clips we're gonna need, because you're gonna ask me to shoot like 300 times. Stop it! Ding! Ah! This game's really silly.
徳川ビルか。行くぞ。
Let's do it.
落ち着けよ、ジョナサン。落ち着け。
Zaire, I don't know how much you've seen. Oh my god, it went so off the rails. Zaire, it went so off the rails. I had to stop. I was laughing so hard. I was...
よく来たな、ポリスノーツ。歓迎する。
Hey, Amala, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. I'm doing... Oh my god! So off the rails. The game was barely on rails to begin with. That's a very like fucking police kind of message though, which is kind of based. Oh my god. Like, I know it's the entire police force, but does it have to literally be the entire police force? Like, the shooting's not good in this game. Oh my god! Oh my god, can we stop? Not do this anymore. God.
手厚い歓迎だな。この先が大変だ。
Christ. You're doing well, Mala? I'm glad. Oh, I'm not allowed to save now, all of a sudden. I can't save now. Really?
エレベーターに乗ったぞ。
Can I save now? No. Monitor's not showing anything. We used to work it before. I think you don't. I shall. This game went just so far off the rails. Gates having the matching bone marrow type is just completely out of left field. Sounds like my dramatic entry. Time to shoot more mechs, I guess. So finally Redwood, we finally get to like shoot Redwood. Like finally at last. We finally get to kill Redwood for good. Jesus. I guess I have to get off the elevator, right?
よし。あとは歩いていくしかない。
Yeah.
ここ駐車場か。奴らが潜んでいるに違いない。注意しよう。
I can't wait. Can't wait to do more shooting. Small car, no one's in it. The cars are secured to the ground with magnets in the floor. It's a van. Doesn't look like anyone's inside. It's the 20th floor. 20 more to the garden. Floor contains magnets to keep the cars grounded. Micro. I know, right? Like, this game is weird. No, but Zyre, I don't know if you caught it. Oh, it went so off the rails. It went the furthest off the rails. That, like, oh my god. I needed a minute to laugh. Like, just to get the laughing out of my system. Not showing anything. Time to endlessly fight. That looks so bad.
おいジョナサン、どうだ？怖いだろ。
レッドウッドだな。
ああ。
ゲイツはどこだ？
本部長は40階のガーデンでお前を待ってる。だがお前はそこまでたどり着けまい。お前はこのエンプスの性能を分かっちゃいない。
なら教えてもらおうか。
ふん、なかなか物分かりがいい。
More shooting.
楽しもうぜジョナサン。こんなゲームはめったにない。
Oh my god!
なんだと
Just decided not to throw it at us. That's nice.
分かったかジョナサン。生きるか死ぬかではない。何分で死ぬかだ。頼むから簡単には死ぬなよ。 行くぞ、ポイスノーツ。
Police notes. doing this. He's spooging all over.
やつめ、エンプスを破棄したか。
So much spooge. We're not allowed to save. The spooge trail. Threadwood's blood. He's bleeding to you. There's blood here, too. These are the emergency stairs. Looks like he escaped up there.
よし、おびき寄せるつもりだな。
Yeah, blood. I mean, they have white blood. He's a frozener. He has white blood, I guess. Wouldn't be a good idea to go up there just yet. Spiral staircase. They've got a lot of stairs here. Sure do. I don't see him here. Don't see him from here. Cool. Love that. Love that. Definitely heard him go upstairs there. This is gonna be a whole thing, isn't it? Save state, maybe. Maybe save state. I feel like this is not the ideal way to be doing this gunfight. Like, why would we just be sticking our head out like this? This seems like the worst way to do this. I'm having not a great time right now. I want everyone to know. Oh my god.
やつめ、上のフロアに逃げたな。
I still can't save. Let me see, I forget. What is the default save state? What was it for this? F2. Let me see here. I forget. I'm gonna check. See, save on just retro in general is F2. And then F4 to load. I should memorize that one of these days. So F2.
よし、30階へ上がるぞ。やつめ、どこへ隠れた？
My sentiments exactly, Jonathan. Must be here somewhere. Third floor, only 10 more to the garden. There isn't a single car parked here, meaning the only place for him to hide is behind one of the pillars. But it also means he can see me perfectly from wherever he is. The only blood that I can see is that trail on the left. Leads to the back. I mean, I'm looking. There's that pillar all the way in the back. He could be behind there. It's just like the linear rail station. The only place he could be hiding is behind one of the pillars. It's pretty far away, though.
ジョナさん、聞こえるか？エドの具合はどうだ？あいつ俺を撃てなかったぜ。バカなやつだ。俺にとっちゃリドリーのことなんかどうでもいいのにな。
やはり仇を取るつもりじゃなかったんだな。
仇？笑わせるな。
Feel like you're
俺
doing
は
something
自
right
分
when
の
Super
ため
asks
に
you
しか行
to
動し
someone to
ない
ban you.
誰が死のうと関係ない。ありゃ芝居だ。エドをいたぶるためのな。
When did he ask someone to ban you?
なんだと？
俺に復讐心があるとすれば、むしろ貴様に対してだ。ジョナサン、俺をここまでハイにしてくれたのは貴様が最初で
Me more
最後。
snake.
ゲットウッド、どこだ？姿を見せろ。
ここにいる。ジョナサン、デイブの腎臓は俺がもらった。なかなか健康な腎臓だよ。もともとあいつに撃たれてダメになった。俺がいただいても文句はなかろう。
レッドウッド、貴様。
どうだ？俺を倒せる自信がなくなってきただろう。フローズナーは不死身なんだ。ジョナサン、俺を黙らせたらどうだ？
I'm looking forward to it first. Right about now. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it.
逃げられたか。
Did he though? Did he? It's not on this floor anymore? Are we sure? There's another pillar there.
鬼ごっこは終わりにしよう。
Please no, not this again.
やつめ、弱ってきたな。
It wasn't even that cool the first time. God, are we done yet?
やったか。よし、行ってみよう。
What do we have to do? Do we have to, like, behead him and, like, stuff his mouth full of garlic and, like, stake him to the ground and bury him upside down at a crossroads? Christ!
それまでだな。
俺は誰にも負けん。誰も俺を殺すことはできん。
お前だけは俺がやる。
俺の生死は俺が決める。北条も北条のワイフもデイブもビクトルも皆俺がやった。悔しいか。俺が憎いだろう。殺したいだろう。
They just keep shoving, like, people we know's organs into this man.
俺の母親だって言いたいのか。知ってる。誰も俺を殺すことはできないのさ、ジョナサン・イングラム。
残るはゲイツ、徳川。
Up to the garden.
さあ、奴らのいるガーデンへ急ごう。
I probably should have saved.
よく来たな、ジョナサン。
Somehow he'll be back.
どこだ。
ここだ。ここにいる。
If this weren't the last act, I would swear. Ugh. Give me your bone marrow.
ゲイツ。
徳川はここにはいない。お前の相手は私で十分だ。
軍用鉛筆か。年を取ると
I
厚
mean, I'm
にしたくなる
formulating
ら
a
し
thing
い。
here, right? Like,
何？
Redwood was literally an amalgamation of everyone in Jonathan's
お
life.
前のような古い人間の時代は終わったのだ。さあ、撃ってみろ。ほら。
And Jonathan still did away with them? Is it symbolic of Jonathan, like, constantly sacrificing everyone around him for himself? Is he like a dark reflection of Jonathan for that?
ここは無重量だ。半島の大きい火薬銃は使えまいて。何のためにここまでおびき寄せたと思う、ジョナサン。
Alright, I might have not thought that one out.
私の番だな。遠慮なく行くぞ。
I might have not thought this one through. I acknowledge this. I admit it. We maybe didn't think this one through.
Jonathan, 急所は外した。
Of course he didn't.
30代の若い臓器は高く売れる。傷つけては徳川に申し訳ない。
ゲイツ。
ジョナサン、貴様らは宇宙開発のほんの表面しか見ていない。人類が大気圏外で生活するということは並大抵のことではないのだ。宇宙は我々にはあまりにも否定的すぎる。神は我々に宇宙へ出ていくだけの肉体を与えてはくれなかった。我々は48億年の時をかけて進化してきた。だが我々の科学は人類の進化スピードを追い越してしまった。我々は宇宙へ出るにはまだ早すぎる種だったのにな。
それと麻薬臓器密売とどういう関係がある？
宇宙時代の黎明期、人類は宇宙環境という大きな壁にぶち当たった。20世紀の終わりからすでに理論上の宇宙コロニー建造は可能だった。しかし問題は我々人間の側にあった。過酷な宇宙環境、それによる人類の精神や肉体、臓器、遺伝子へのさまざまな悪影響。21世紀の半ばに入ってなお大規模な一般コロニーがこのビヨンドのみにとどまっていることで想像ができよう。結局我々はホームを離れては生きていけぬ。あらゆる生命活動は地球の重力に支配されているのだ。ビヨンドでは太陽風や宇宙船による放射線被曝の影響で肉体に何らかの疾患を持って生まれてくる子供たちの数が年々急増している。これまでの宇宙開発は放射線に関してあまりにも無防備すぎた。そして肉体だけではなく人の心にも宇宙は冷酷だ。無重量によるカルシウムや窒素の喪失、放射線問題はいずれ技術的に解決できるかもしれん。しかし、精神への影響は今のところ何の手立てもない。
All this is to say that the price to pay
ポリスノーツの時代ではない。
for living in space is you have to kind of take others'
潜在的な精
lives
神
and
障
all that
害
kind
の
of
発
stuff.
生、長期間閉鎖拘束されることから来る妄想、
for,
幻
like,
想、
you know,
そして逃れることのできない
advancement or some
孤独。十分に訓練された者たちでも耐え難い苦痛だ。宇宙は第二の故郷とはなり得ない。宇宙は実利的利用や科学的研究のための場でしかない。我々全員がこの環境に適応進出することは過去の絵空事だ。これが今世紀の初めに科学者たちが出した結論だった。
However,
その大きな壁をぶち破ったとでも言うのか。
貴様のような保守的な人間が宇宙開発を語る資格はない。人類には麻薬と臓器のスペアが必要なのだ。私は徳川と組み、奴の財力とコネクションを使い、この宇宙開発の矛盾を克服した。ここまで来るのに30年もかかった。30年だぞ。これからますます人類は宇宙へと出ていく。そうなればさらに過酷な環境と問題に直面するだろう。今に我々の取った決断と行動が賛美される時代が来るだろう。徳川も私も神がし忘れたことを代行しているだけだ。
of course, yeah. We're the next stage of human evolution.
ゲイツ、
We just have to consume a bunch of other human lives to do it. You know, it's fine.
徳川に飼われている哀れな犬だ。
犬だと
Is that the Lolly-Lily-Loo?
飼い主も飼えるところもない野良犬が何を言う
I've
いい
never
か
played any of the Metal Gear
このシス
Solids.
テムは昨日や今日の思いつきではない
I didn't know that's
30
from
年前
Metal Gear Solid,
ポリスノーツとしてこのビヨンドに派遣された時から慎重に築き上げてきたものだ全てはうまくいっていたのだそれはあの臆病者が北条が規律を乱した
Keep talking while I prep this needle, Gates. Gates, I don't need most of your body. I just need your bone marrow. So I have no problem with just
奴
shooting you in
は
the mouth
DDS
right
の
now.
仕事から手を引こうとした年寄りのわがままだ
MGS2.
それで徳川は北条に臓器密売の話を教えてやったのだ
Suck that marrow out. Yep.
娘を正規の骨髄バンクでは救えんが徳川のルートなら可能性があるとな
だが北条は怖くなった。
我々に逆らうとはもってのほかだしかしあの北条の妻がジョナサン貴様の前妻だったとはな
許さん、ゲイツベッカー。
I'm shocked that that wasn't like part of the plan, right?
貴様の方だ
Them like marrying off Hojo to Lorraine. I'm almost shocked that wasn't somehow part of this plan.
跡形もなく始末してやろう
Since they shoved Jonathan in that,
貴様一人に聞かせるのはもったいなかった
in the escape pod themselves, froze them for 25 years.
ジョナサン覚悟しろ
Because he was too much of a good boy.
"覚悟するのはお前の方だ、ゲイツ。
気でも食ったか
そこのテレビを見てみろ。希望通りお前の演説を全世界の人たちが聞いている。ゲイツ、お前も身の破滅だな。
Oh, for the days when people believed that you could incriminate yourself by saying something on tape and people would turn against you. Oh, I miss these days.
ジョナサン、ざまあないけどよく映ってるわ。
なんだどういうことだなんだどういうことだなんだどういうことだなんだどういうことだこれはお前貴様ら生かしておかん死ねえジョナサン
I was gonna say, after all the... Like, did he get miraculously better enough? That somehow Ed is here? Ed who was hospital bound. Ed who was on his last legs. Or was that all a lie? Was Kristen lying then about all that? Was that just fine? Because I guess that's possible. Chris was complicit the entire time. Ed who snuck behind us, yeah, he was just, well, you know, he was a good, like, half an hour behind us, because, you know...
もういいエド。ゲイツの腐った骨髄などいらんさ。
そうじゃないんだ、ジョナサン。そこで止まれ。私を舐めるなと言っただろう。
徳川。
放送局は我々が抑えた。これが最後だ。諦めろ、ジョナサン。やれ。
動かないで
The police, you know, who were complicit in
デカ
all
長
this from the
みんな
start.
来てくれたわ
あんたら見直したよ。あんたらは本物のポリスノーツだ。
バカな。何のつもりだ。
あんたももう終わりよ。このビルの周りは警官隊とマスコミが取り囲んでいるわ。デカ長。
いいですか、ジョナサン。あなたの骨髄でカレンさんは助かります。
Of course. Of course, Jonathan has the matching bone marrow. You realize someone else can play Tokugawa going forward? Yeah, pretty much, right? Alright. So I guess there's probably like a little bit post Act 7 here. There we go, the epilogue. Hopefully that's not long, so we might as well finish it up tonight.
Today, 昨夜、徳川グループ3代目、現徳川グループ総裁のジョゼフ・貞興徳川がナーク麻薬および臓器密売、殺人教唆の容疑で検察庁に送検されました。なお、爆発のあった徳川ビルプロップは現在ご覧のように折れ曲がっていますが、調査当局によりますと崩壊の心配はないとのことです。ビヨンドへの影響もありません。付近住民への避難勧告も解除されました。まるでこの支柱は今回の徳川グループを象徴するようです。この事件によりこれからの宇宙開発に大きな問題提起がなされたことになります。 CM に引き続き BBC ではこの事件の報道特番をお送りいたします。
これから忙しくなるな、エド。定年はお預けだが無理はするなよ。
ああ、気のいいところを見計らってやめればいいさ。ジョナサン。いや、いいんだ。これカレンから預かったものだ。機内で開けてくれ。
そうか。エド、俺もお前に渡すものがあるんだ。
ケース。
これさ、見てみろよ。
ケース。
これはマークが。
ああ。Okay, that's sweet.
俺の顔だ。俺の。
エド、もう大丈夫だよ。マークはお前を理解してる。
ジョナサン、ありがとう。ありがとう。
I'm genuinely happy Ed lived, and Ed is going to be happy. Ed is like the least shitty of the Policenauts by like a mile.
じゃあな、エド。元気でな。
ジョナサン、ここもいいところだ。こっちに残らんか。
いや、ここに俺の居場所はない。行くよ。
Then they kiss. Exactly. Jonathan. All this time, this toxic masculinity was hiding your homosexuality.
ジョナサン！ジョナサン！俺たちはいいパートナーだったよな。
ああ、最高の友達さ。
ジョナサン、友達に忠告しとく。タバコはやめるんだぞ。
No.
考えとくよ。
To be fair, he hasn't smoked one his entire time on. Which it's unclear how long it's been. It seems like it's been maybe a couple of days. I wonder where she got those binoculars. I don't recognize those. Like, were those supposed to belong to some character that was important? Redwood's there, following us back to Earth.
大きな課題を残すことになりました。なお、徳川事件以来しばらく休養していた私、カレン北条も今日から元気に仕事に復帰いたしました。これからも変わらず頑張っていきたいと思います。応援してください。
コリンズ博士から全てを聞きました。私、なんて言ったらいいか。ありがとう。私はいつもパパのそばにいます。あなたの娘、カレン。 推進。忘
Like
れ
a
物よ
Treehouse
探
of
偵
Horror
さん。
ending, exactly.
ママに
So
叱られ
good.
るわよ。
That would be so good. Come on. Plane blows up because Redwood put a bomb on there. Gotta be the game on hard mode if you want to survive the ending. Jesus Christ, yeah, right? I guess fucking SD Gundam Kiddo sent you. I'm gonna snooze these ads so we have time to sit through these credits. The music of this, I like this track. I'll say I like this track. The shitty shmup series, right? I don't think I've ever played it. Screenplay, Hideo Kojima. First game sucks enough, second game is pretty good. Huh. So this was an interesting game to look at, for sure. I don't think it quite lived up to Snatcher, unfortunately. I think Snatcher was definitely the better game. Story was better, it did more interesting things with the medium. It's a bit of a bummer. This was interesting to look at, though, for sure. It almost had some shit to say. Almost, right? The game could have been good, but the shooting was horrible. Shooting is horrible. It's absolutely dog shit. Like, somehow worse than Snatcher. And Snatcher was the whole grid thing, right? Like, it was bad. Yeah, just... It's a shame. Like, it almost had some interesting things. I kind of like the idea of having an antagonist that is literally kind of an amalgamation of a bunch of other characters in the protagonist's life, right? He's literally like the son of Chris, and keeps getting like just shoved full of organs from other people around Jonathan that have died. That's kind of fun, right? Like, haha, I have your friend's kidney, right? Like shit like this is fun. That's kind of a cool idea. Chris being not that super important in Jonathan's life, though, kind of takes away from that a bit. Chris really wasn't that important to Jonathan. Thank you, Big Guy. Yeah. Like, I get that it all, like, the organ stuff is kind of a literal version of the subtext here of like how this big mega corporation is like a leech on people, right? And it's quite literal in this sense that they're, you know, just keeping people alive to take what they need from them. There's kind of a good message in there, muddied by some real silly shit. And of course, by some not great gameplay. The one thing I will say, as over Snatcher, there were less times where I felt like I had to just exhaust literally everything on the screen before it would let me progress. There was at least less of that in this game. still too much of that. Like, I get that you have a lot to say on a lot of subjects, Kojima, but I don't need to listen to, like, facts about the moon for 20 minutes. So, definitely not without its faults. Not as strong, I think, as Snatcher, certainly. Definitely some creepy misogyny in there. Some trans misogyny. But sort of expected the misogyny. I had been made aware of that. And if you know Kojima anyway, you just know Kojima's a bit weird like that. When it comes to women, he's kind of a creep. So, still an interesting thing to look at. Next Kojima game I'll be looking at, I think we're going to look at Metal Gear 2. Not Metal Gear Solid 2, but Metal Gear 2 on the MSX. I don't know how long that one's going to actually be. I don't know if I'm going to finish it. But that'll probably be the next Kojima one I look at. We'll probably take a little break before that. Play some other stuff. I actually, for a little change of pace, I did pick up, because it was on sale, Cyberpunk 2077. I know it is neither retro nor indie, but I have wanted to take a look at it. I don't know how much of that I want to actually do. So that might be tomorrow. Might be something else tomorrow. But I think it'll be a little break, at least for a few streams, before we look at Metal Gear 2 on the MSX. Hey, you're very welcome, Ian. Critical as I am of this game, I think it's still fun to look at. Yeah, you're very welcome. And you're welcome as well, Dragon. I'm glad you liked it. It was definitely fun to look at. Definitely interesting, like, to see this as, like, you know, this, you know, the spiritual sequel to Snatcher.
ビヨンドと地球は一続きだ。たとえどんなに離れていても、地球との関係は不変なんだ。子は親を踏み越えて成長していくが、離れるわけじゃないんだ。俺たちはいつも近くにいる。いつも見守っている。
All right. Well, there we go. Rather incredible Jonathan had enough restraint to not want to hit on his daughter. Well, the even more restraint is that it wasn't his daughter, right? It was the daughter of Hojo and Lorraine. But might as well have been, right? The daughter of his ex-wife. His dead wife. Who looked remarkably like her, of course. Of course, right? So the restraint was admirable there, although, boy, she wanted it. She was, oh, I see what my mother saw in you. Just wild after all the sexual harassment, yeah. If Ed hadn't called, who knows, right? Would Jonathan have held out? Who knows? Yep. But, alrighty. And we'll call it there for the evening. I'll pop these in here. And for anyone watching that might not know me, Beige Samurai, I stream mostly retro and indie games. Occasionally dance games. Hang out in VR chat. Sometimes lectures in VR chat on philosophy, psychology, media analysis, that kind of stuff. Lately, I have been looking at a bunch of games by various auteur directors, doing little mini dives into them. Right now, we're, of course, doing Kojima. So I've been looking at some of his lesser-known things. So yeah. Next on the Kojima list, as I mentioned, yeah, probably be Metal Gear 2 for the MSX. Not Solid, but yeah, the original Metal Gear. That one never actually came over to the States officially, but there is an English patch. Much like this one, there was no official English release for this. This was a patch. So yeah, we'll probably be looking at that soon, but tomorrow, which we'll be back tomorrow, might be Cyberpunk. We'll see. We'll see what I'm in the mood for. Yeah. Also on Wednesdays, I do a spicy stream on a certain other website, which I cannot direct you to on here due to the nature of that content, but if that's something that interests you, you can check it out. I'm sure you can find it. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, all that. Yeah. We do spicy games and spicy VR chat hangout times, often with guests. But, alright. Let's raid out, though. Let's see here. Let's see. Is Zaire not streaming? Do we have no Zaire? I see no Zaire. Alright, let's raid out to Ronaldo then. I think I just saw him on my list here. Did I not? I sure did. Let's raid out to Ronaldo. So, alright. Well, have a great one, everybody. Thank you for spending the evening with me. I had a lovely time looking at this game, even if it infuriates me just a little bit. It was still definitely worth looking at, I think. Very interesting. Yeah. I'll see you all very soon, hopefully tomorrow. All right, I'll send John over to Ronaldo now. Have a great one, all.